What's up, boot fiends? Welcome back to my channel. I am Dale of Dale's Leatherworks, and I'm going to be bringing to you all and discussing these 4 new amazing boots from my friend Kevin at Caswell Boot Company. Kevin was kind enough to send me 4 new and exciting makeups from his website. I will leave links to all these boots in the description below if you are interested. So let's start from left to right. So first off, we've got the Shaw boot in Whisky Predator. Next we have the EASTMAN in waxed cognac horsehide. This is a galloon leather. I was fortunate enough to meet the guys at the galloon tannery at the Stitchdown boot camp last month. Needless to say, I am most excited to be talking about this pair because I've never talked about galloon leather before. Next we have the Shaw in walnut shrunken shoulder. This is cow shoulder. I have never seen anything like this before. It's very similar to a bison. I've had shoulder before on my Truman boots in Java Wax Flesh. The tongue is made of shoulder, and Truman has also made boots out of oiled shoulder before. They're always super nice, but I've never seen it shrunken down like this before. This is really interesting. And then last but not least, we've got the GARRETT boot in tan waxed flesh. Look at these 4. They're absolutely phenomenal. I say it till I'm blue in the face. Kevin has been doing something absolutely phenomenal since he started his brand. He has hit the ground running, and every single makeup that he runs is a home run, period. I got to hang out with Kevin at the boot camp as well. He's a super cool dude. He was giving away souvenir cat's paw heels. He had different fit boots ready to go for people to try their boots on and try out how the sizing works with his brand. Very cool. He had a whole slew of examples on his table. It was really neat to see him there and to see him participating. Whenever he sees an opportunity, he takes it, and whenever he sees the opportunity for growth and expansion, he takes it. He's been extremely ambitious over the past year or so that I've known him. I'm happy to call him a friend. He just keeps going. He just doesn't stop. He's a machine. Let's first start off talking about this Shaw in Whisky Predator. I haven't had the opportunity to get a look at Predator very often, so this is a rare opportunity. At first I thought it was Chrome XL. Predator is a Horween leather. It does differ from Chrome XL, but first let's go over the specs. This Predator leather is a unique combination tanned leather that combines the resilience of a chrome tanned base with a heavy vegetable retannage. Horween enhances this blend with a rich array of waxes, resulting in a tonal appearance that develops a distinctive, rich patina over time. Predator leather is intentionally left with minimal finishing, resulting in a distressed appearance that's all about embracing imperfections. Here's what to expect from this leather. You'll see authentic scars. Each piece of Predator leather proudly displays its battle scars, making every boot unique and telling a story of its own. Blemishes and markings. You'll find an abundance of natural leather characteristics that add character and charm to the boots. A dry appearance. Predator leather has a dry, matte appearance that develops a unique patina over time. Variety. Keep in mind that Predator hides vary, and some boots may boast more character than others. So this is Horween Whisky Predator, Goodyear welt construction, built on the Harris last, plain toe, gusseted tongue, 7 eyelets, antique brass hardware, structured toe, leather board heel counter, day-night sole, made in Spain. And they do have a sizing chart. Their sizing chart looks pretty good. It compares against other well-known brands. All right, moving on to the next one. This one I was the most excited about. This boot stands out to me first and foremost out of this entire run. All 4 are distinct, but this pair I found particularly compelling. First and foremost, this is part of a BOOTCAMP GMTO exclusive, so you can actually customize this one. You can customize the crap out of this one. You choose your size, your width, your last. You can either choose the Morris or the Porter last. You can choose the construction method, whether it be flat welt, double row, flat welt, single row, storm welt, or velt shown. You can do structured, celastic toe, structured leather toe, or unstructured. For your midsole, you can do a single or a double. These have the single midsole for reference. For your outsole, you can do leather, Vibram Londra. Yeah, there's a whole slew. You can do Dr. Sole Super Grip Full Soles Raw Cord. You can get it in a variety of colors. You can do the Vibram Lug, the Vibram Tigum, the Vibram Oil Resisting 430. There's a whole slew of soles you can do with this. You can do a standard heel, a Cuban, or a Woodsman. This standard is a block heel. You can choose your heel height. You can do standard, lower, or higher by a 1/4 inch. For lining, you can do full or partial lining. You can do calf or lambskin lining. You can choose whether or not you want a cap toe, which would then make it a Garrett boot. You can choose your welt edge staining, either natural, dark brown, or black. You can do a partially or a non-gusseted tongue. For the collar, you can do a standard, a cut top, or a rolled collar. You can do a contrasting tongue. You can change the color of the threads, color of the hardware. You can add speed hooks. You can choose the degrees of welt stitching, 270 or 360, and you can choose your laces as well, and you can even add in leather care products. Wild. All right, so a little bit about the leather. In partnership with Galloon Leather, Caswell collaborated to create a unique tannage of horsehide, cognac waxed horsehide. This leather is produced through a specialized combination of adding cabracho and mimosa within the vegetable tanning process. During the coloring and retannage stages, it is infused with wax and oil. Subsequently, the leather is toggle dried, roll waxed, and bright rolled to achieve a flawless luster. Each hide may display natural characteristics such as spider web veining, dark spots, scars, and cuts, which contribute to its unique charm and authenticity. An aniline finish allows the natural grain to shine, promising a distinct patina that develops over time. This particular pair of boots is in, once again, Galloon waxed cognac horsehide. It's hand welted, 270-degree flat double row welt construction. Built on the Morris Last, it's plain toe, fully lined, 7 eyelets, antique brass hardware, structured leather toe puff and leather heel counter, veg tan leather insole with a steel shank and cork filler, Vibram 2332 lug half sole. And it comes with a complimentary herringbone cloth shoe bag. This particular build is made in Indonesia. Galloon really did something special with this horsehide. There's just amazing marbling and scratches and dark spots throughout the leather. I love seeing the little flecks on there. I assume those are hair marks, follicle marks, sorry. And really cool scar on the right boot in the ankle area. And then just amazing marbling and character throughout, particularly throughout the quarter here. The quarter exhibits more character because it wasn't stretched over the last. The toe is going to have less character. It's going to be lighter in appearance because it was stretched so hard over the last. So this is the leather. This is more like what the leather looks like just in its natural form if it's laying flat, completely not worked on. This panel here is a good display of what this leather looks like before it's been manipulated. But the toe, you need to stretch leather over the toe, and I really like this particular area. It shows what I'm talking about perfectly. You have it sort of gradually goes from most character to least character. Least character again is on the toe, and then what's really striking to me about this makeup, the whole makeup, is just this heel. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 layers of veg tan in the heel. If you count the insole, then you've got 7 layers of veg tan in the heel, followed by this rubber heel cap, this Vibram lug heel cap. And then also really cool, it shows the size here in the midsole, 11.5, way too big for me. By the way, none of these are my boots. Kevin and I worked out a thing where he's just gonna send me boots, I'm gonna review them, I'm gonna send them back, because frankly, I can't fit any more in this wall behind you. It's gotten to the point where I'm actually relieved when I get boots that aren't mine, so that I could, it's really bad, but like, if people send me boots just to review or just to sell, it's a relief, because I know that as much as I love them, I don't have the bandwidth or the capacity to keep through this rotation. So I can't wear the boots that I already have, and so thanks to Kevin for just sending me these. These are his stock models, by the way. You'll see these in the pictures on his website. All the pictures you see on the website, these are those pictures right now. Next up, we've got the Shaw in Walnut Shrunken Shoulder. Shrunken Shoulder is a vegetable tanned leather produced through a unique tanning process where the leather is tumbled in a drum with heat and moisture. This treatment causes the fibers in the leather to contract and the grain to become more pronounced, giving it a textured appearance and a distinctive pattern. So this is Horween Walnut Shrunken Shoulder. It's Goodyear welt constructed, built on the Harris last. It's plain toe, gusseted tongue, 7 eyelets, antique brass hardware, structured toe, leatherboard heel counter, Vibram Londra sole, made in Spain. And this is a standard run available on his website. It's not a pre-order. It's just easy. You just order your size and they ship it to you. They're already made. Yeah, just looking at this, it reminds me of bison in some ways. By shrinking the shoulder, they're able to sort of almost mimic the characteristics of bison in a lot of ways. But still, bison is its own unique thing still. This is what gets me excited, is seeing this this gnarly green character. And when you shrink leather down, you actually increase durability, its tensile strength. In essence, you're constricting it into a very tight fiber. In other words, you're taking it from like a loose drapey leather in some cases, and you're creating more of a robust tank of a leather. Yeah, feeling this leather, I could kind of tell that if they hadn't shrunken it down, it would have been more akin to like a handbag type of a leather. But because they shrunk it down, they were able to create a very hardy, robust upper for a boot. And yeah, looking at this, we've got a really nice 360-degree split reverse welt, which will help with waterproofing. The finishing on the welt is just utterly flawless. Very good job. The welt joint, can't hardly see it. 1, 2, 3 leathers of heel stack in the heel, in addition to a midsole and a veg tan insole. Last but certainly not least, this is the first pair of cap toes that I've ever seen from Caswell in person, at least that I've been able to hold in my hands. This is going to be the GARRETT boot in tan waxed flesh. This is Horween's tan waxed flesh, and this is just a show stopper, this pair right here. Let me read off the specs. This also appears to be a boot that you can customize. You can choose the last and all the other stuff that I mentioned before. Yeah, so this is part of a made-to-order program. So this tan waxed flesh is created using a unique tanning process that involves applying a special wax treatment to the flesh side of the leather. This process creates a unique texture and appearance with a rough, suede-like surface that is both durable and water resistant. It's Horween tan waxed flesh. To me, it's more of a chestnut, not so much a tan, but through wear, this will, and as long as you don't condition these, they will turn more into a tan color. This particular pair is built on Veldt-Schoen construction, means field shoe. That is one beautifully constructed boot. This is another one made in Indonesia, and it makes sense because the Indonesians excel at Veldt-Schoen, and it is flawless. This one's built on the Porterlast. The Porterlast is a lot more rounded out in the toe compared to the Harris last. This Porterlast is, yeah, it's much more rounded, much more my kind of a last. I love the rounded out, high volume vamps. That's me personally. If I were to hop on this boot, I'd probably take it in the half size down, the 8.5, most definitely, because of that added volume there. So we've got cap toe with a pull tab in the back. It's fully lined. We've got an unstructured toe box, which is interesting because it doesn't look unstructured, but yep, sure enough, I could press the vamp down, no problem at all. We've got 4 eyelets, 3 speed hooks, antique brass hardware, structured leather toe puff, leather heel counter, veg tan leather insole, steel shank, cork filler, Dr. Sole 1090 super grip half sole, complimentary herringbone cloth shoe bag, made in Indonesia. The Porterlast is designed to match the Brannock sizing system accurately. If your Brannock measurement corresponds to US 11.5, we recommend selecting the same size, 11.5, for the Porterlast. Please note that our sizing is the same across all lasts. If your current size is an 11.5 in the Wayne last, please select a 11.5 in the Porterlast. Sizing will be reconfirmed via email following the placement of an order. The Porterlast has a slightly oversized width across all width options. Refer to the following guidance for selecting the appropriate width. D width, designed for standard D widths and widths slightly above D. This width can also accommodate a standard E width. So yeah, once again, I'm not exactly entirely sure, but I think if it were up to me, I'd probably go for the 8.5 because once again, there is so much added volume in the toe. For this Wayne Last, I go true to size because it's a little bit more narrow throughout. All right, so there you have it. What do you guys think about these 4 incredible makeups? I'm blown away. I really like all of them. Once again, if I were just getting into boots, this would probably be the one that I'd go for. But at this point, as a seasoned aficionado, I really like the waxed cognac Horsehide galloon leather, mostly because I've never experienced galloon myself and I want to, but also the Horween Shrunken shoulder is also an utter home run. I really love the look of that one. So anyways, thanks a lot for watching, guys. Leave me your thoughts on all these boots in the comment section below. As always, I will leave links to all of them if you're so interested in checking them out. Please support my buddy Kevin. He greatly appreciates it. He's trying to grow his brand, create a lasting legacy for himself. With that, I'll shut it down. Thanks a lot for watching, guys. Let's keep the love of boots alive. I will see y'all in my next video.